I'm with my friend Susan. Susan is married to Jeff, and they have 3 kids among them. Aaliyah is your biological, and then 2 boys as well that are Jeff's that you have worked on raising together.
Yeah.
And 1 grandson that I just found out about. And yeah, I'm really excited to get to talk to you today. Can you start by telling me 3 words that you think describe you?
3 words that describe me: intense, super intense at anything I do. I'm extra, also extra. And if I'm going to do something, I want to just make sure that it's an experience for all of my family. So
Yeah.
I always want to like do something extra for them. So whether it's Christmas or Halloween or Easter or whatever, I just want it to be over the top. And then, I don't know, 3rd word for me, probably passionate. I'm just so passionate about making sure that I'm the best wife and the best mom I can be all the time. And trying to balance that with being a working mom, that I have a lot of responsibility at work too.
Right. Right, for sure. Well, I want to ask you a little bit about work. I know you work a lot right now, hours-wise at least, and traveling a lot for that job. You've also had a series of very different jobs over the years, from what I understand. I don't know a lot of them, but I know you trained Navy SEALs, and you worked for the Oakland Raiders, and you anyway, just a lot of jobs. You obviously have an incredible work ethic, and you are disciplined, and you believe in working hard. So I'd love to know how you feel like that has informed your motherhood, and how that has affected your role as a mom.
Right, so that's probably the biggest, that aspect of me is probably one of the biggest pet peeves of my children.
Oh, okay.
Because I know how many hours are in a day, and every day that you're not working is time wasted. So I've really had to learn that as a parent, that I can't expect excellence, and I can't expect them to do as much as I think I can do in a day. So learning to kind of rein myself in and let them develop at their own rate without pushing them too hard has always been a balance that for me it's been a struggle for me, because I'm so intense and extra. So I want them to also just be giving 100%, or like, why are you even here? So I'm probably the worst stage mom.
Okay. Okay, that's really interesting. So, so have you've always been a working mom?
Yep.
Right? Did you always want to be a working mom, or was there ever a part of you that wrestled with that decision?
Never.
No.
And so I'm not like it's hard for me to relate to women sometimes, because I love my kids and I'm very nurturing, but at the same time I also think that my career is super important to me. It's what I love to do as well. So,
Sure.
And I think that for me, showing that to my kids, that work ethic and stamina, some days that's what gets me through. Being smart, being innovative, achieving things, to me is one of the best gifts I can give my children. And I don't want my daughter to ever feel like her place is in the home only, or my son to feel like his role is only as a provider. So I've always wanted to show both sides of that to the kids. So no, being a stay-at-home mom has never been appealing to me. I'm not normal when it comes to being a woman. I don't think. I have so many friends that are just like, oh, it'd be my dream to stay home, and to me, that is terrifying. Like, I just applaud women that can do that. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I love to be going all the time.
Well, I think there's real value in letting your kids see you chase something that you're passionate about and feel fulfilled. I think that's the best gift we can give our kids, is being fulfilled no matter what.
Right.
So, okay. So one of the things that you are really passionate about is supporting your kids in their passions. That you're not just a family who all does this thing. That you kind of let your kid pick their passion, and then you go in 100% on that to support them. Tell me a little bit about that.
I guess since the kids were little, if they wanted to do something, we were watching it on YouTube. We were figuring it out. We were going to special coaches. Like, the kids were in elementary school, and we were taking them to like WSU trainers that could kind of help them and talk about what the cool things are. And
Cool.
so yeah, I think that part of that is my husband and I grew up not poor, but our parents didn't have the time and I think part of it is also culturally we've changed over the years the way we treat our children. But for us, we wanted to spend that time and invest in them where we felt like maybe we didn't have quite so much support when we were younger. So if the kids wanted to do something, we were all in. Didn't matter if it was horses or javelin or track or volleyball. We were all in.
Cool. So how do you feel like you were able to support multiple different interests for each kid then, if you're willing to go get college trainers in elementary school, how does that not become like, we will help you push to Olympic level in this one thing?
Right.
How do you balance that?
How do we balance that? That's a great question. I don't think that the idea of balance ever is something that we discussed, ever. It was just a matter of if the kids were passionate and it was something that they wanted to do and they were trying every day and really interested in it, as long as they were interested and engaged and excited for those things to happen, I don't think a balance ever, we just made it happen. We didn't try to balance anything, we just did it.
That's really interesting. To kind of really take their lead on that and not take over.
Yeah, and if it was something that maybe they thought, oh, this would be cool, but they weren't really dedicated to it, then we just kind of let them, we weren't still pushing them like, oh, you have to do it. If they were like, I don't really like my daughter. She wanted to play volleyball. She played club volleyball for years. We drove her all over the Pacific Northwest. We did it. We practiced with her, the whole family. Like, we joined a city league team. We were just in it. Even TJ took volleyball with her through Parks and Rec. And then one day she's just like, I think I'm going to cheer. And this is something I know nothing about. But I was like, okay, we're cheering. So then we did that. And, it kind of, you saw them excel in something. She's really good at volleyball. So when she said that she didn't want to do it, I was kind of like, oh, okay, are you sure? But then she went to cheer, and then she went to rodeo, which is, all things that I love and are part of the way she was raised. So I wasn't surprised by any of it. My husband played football, and my husband threw the javelin. So I think some of our past experience too, we might have been a little biased and kind of pushed them, but they just happened to love it.
Cool. That's awesome. You are recently an empty nester.
Yeah.
So tell me about this transition. What has it been like for you? Has it been a grieving process of sorts, or have you gone through stages of it? What's it look like?
Yeah, that's a hard one. There's some days where I'm really lonely, and there's other days where I feel like, okay, our kids are exactly where they need to be, and so I'm proud. And then there's some days where I'm just like calling them like, hey, call me, and they're busy too. So just trying to adjust to, I'm not in charge of them anymore. They're under no obligation to call me every single day. So trying to navigate that, letting them be adults and experience being adult with stepping away but still being there for them, like immediately if they need me, right? So that's a hard thing, is to balance how much I need to be there, because my son's just right here in town. So, part of me wants to just drive over to his house and just like, hey, how's it going? But, I haven't done that yet.
Good for you. Self-control.
But I've thought about it. I haven't even driven by. So, but we helped him move in, and, we help him out as much as we can. But just learning when to be there and when to step away and negotiating that new relationship has been kind of fun, actually. Just seeing them thrive and where they need help, and, where they needed help, we can look back at our parenting and think, oh man, we should have probably done that. But, those things are going to keep coming up.
Sure. So, what are you really looking forward to in this next phase without kids in the home?
I'm looking forward to spending time with my husband, because we never dated.
Oh, right. Because you both had kids.
Yeah, and we were the kind of family where we never had a babysitter ever. Our kids have never had a babysitter. We just did everything with them. So we never had a time for it just to be the two of us. And so we're doing it backwards. So now is our time for it just to be the two of us and really get to know each other. Not that we don't know each other, but just to focus on just that without him going to track and me going to a rodeo, and that was our life for years.
Right.
And now we have nothing to do on the weekends unless we make plans. So, and that's been fun. Like, what do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? So we've spent a lot more time fishing together, something that we really like to do. So we've spent a lot of time. We got a new boat when the kids left. We got a new boat. So we've been out fishing a lot and just connecting in different ways that we hadn't had a chance to for the last. And we got together when the kids were 4, and they're 3 months apart. And so now they're 19. So for 15 years, we've just been raising kids. So now it's time for us.
That's very fun. Thank you so much for letting me pick your brain a little bit tonight. And, okay, are you ready for a speed round?
Yeah.
Okay. Susan, what's your favorite sound?
My kids laughing.
What's your least favorite sound?
My kids crying.
Okay. What's your favorite word?
Oh, what's my favorite word? I don't know. That's hard. Probably honor is my favorite word. It means a lot to me.
I love that. What do you know?
I know. I'm learning the older I get, the less I know.
Amen.
What do I know? I know that I'm a good mom. I know I'm a good wife.
I love that. Since starting this, I feel like I've learned how few women feel like they can say that.
Yeah.
So I love that I just heard that from you. What do you want to learn?
I want to learn how to balance my work and my life, because with the kids leaving, I have been traveling more and almost intentionally, and I need to learn how to balance, and I'm kind of self-medicating with work right now.
Sure.
And I know I am.
Distraction, yeah.
Totally. So I need to learn how to just balance and just be able to sit in a quiet house sometimes. That's probably what gives me the most anxiety, is quiet.
Yeah. That sounds hard.
Because when your kids are little and it gets quiet, you're worried.
Yes.
So now my house, it's always quiet, right? It's always quiet. And my husband works really long hours too, so I'm here quite a bit alone, and I just have to learn how to not be distracted by that.
Yeah. Oh. All right, Susan, what scares you?
What scares me? My kid's not thriving. That's probably what keeps me up the most at night, just making sure that I give them all the tools. And like I said, I'm finding holes in that, like the whole financial thing, like I did not prepare them for this. But yeah, I just want them to thrive. I just want them to be happy and healthy all the time.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about a mom that inspires you.
A mom that inspires me. I think that my mom she's turned into a real inspiration to me.
Cool.
So growing up, she was a mom, like she always got things done, and I didn't appreciate her. I was always a tomboy and hung out with my dad a lot, and I always thought my mom was kind of boring. She made you take baths and like brush your hair, and I didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ride dirt bikes and like, I don't know, spit on stuff maybe. And so I didn't really appreciate her, and then my dad passed away, and my mom she's changed so much. Like, I'm just so proud of her now. I wouldn't say that she thrives, but she's in garden clubs. She spent the weekend with my sister in Vegas. She went to an Eagles concert, and she ziplined down Fremont Street.
What?
Yes, and I'm just thinking, and she was.
I would do that.
Right, and they stayed at the Hilton, and they had a little robot at the Hilton that comes to your door. And my mom was out in front of everyone dancing with this robot, and I was just really proud of her. Part of me was like, where was this woman when I was growing up? Because she didn't do that. She was more serious about things, and so I think as she's gotten older, she's just awesome. She's an awesome grandma, and I'm just proud of her for not just sitting home and being sad. She's 70 now, and it's probably been the last 15 years I've really seen her start thriving.
That's really neat that you're starting to see like the real her almost.
Yeah, and I don't know why that was buried. Maybe she just, she's
mothering,
right?
You lose yourself quick. Okay, Susan, what are you good at?
What am I good at? I don't know. I'm good at a lot of things. I'm not gonna lie.
Love that. I love that.
I am, because I am extra, and so I will spend time, like I want to be the best cook. I love to cook. I'm really good at that. I love to ride motorcycles. I'm really good at that. I love to ride horses. I probably could use some work on that. My daughter's much better than I am. But I love being good at things. I don't like failing. I don't like looking like I don't know what I'm doing. So if I'm going to do something, I just want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So what am I really good at? I think it depends on the day. I'm pretty adaptable.
Cool. Good for you. That's awesome.
I'm
Nice
I'm super
No,
confident.
it's nice to interview a confident mom. I really appreciate that.